Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome to Learning with Nature. I'm your host for today. I am Mr. Mehmet. And today we're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff. I found lots of items in the nature woods today because I think what we're going to be doing today is exploring properties, my friends. So, hope your adults are there with you. Follow along, sit next to them, and we're going to have some fun. So, the first thing we're going to do is talk about a little bit about nature. You guys see nature you friends see nature all the time when you go to school, on your way to the park, everywhere. And sometimes you'll notice about little items that you see at the parks. For example, a pine cone. Pine cones are very common. They come in two forms, one where they're open up like this, and one where they're closed. Usually, the pine cones open or close their little leaves depending on the temperature, little ones. So, for example, if you're on a hot sunny day, most likely the pine cone will look like this. And the reason for it is because when they're opened up, they release their seeds. Their seeds come out from the inside and are planted in the soil so they can grow more pine trees. Pine trees are the trees you see during Christmas trees season. Now, when the pine cone is closed up, sort of like this kind of form right here, but everywhere all around the body, maybe a little bit close to similar like this. This is a very smaller pine cone. When they're closed up like this, it means that the pine cone are under cold temperatures. It's cold. And the reason for it is because they want to protect their seeds. Their seeds are very important so they can help grow more pine trees. So that's a fun little fact about pine trees. We're going to remember these very well. If you find them outside in the park, little ones, pick them up for sure because they're going to be very cool decorations. And also, we're going to utilize them later in a fun activity. Stay tuned for that. Now, besides pine cone trees, you'll also see a lot of tree logs. Sometimes falling off a bit because not all trees will live forever, but when they fall, they regrow to make even newer trees. So they always live forever, technically speaking. And then they bring out branches too. Branches are very fun. You can use them to build stuff, build tree houses, build huts, build little bridges to cross the rivers. Very cool items. And now we're going to move on to something that most people don't usually see often because they're high up in trees, are bee honeycombs, hive combs, beef hive combs. These ones are very dried up, but basically these are the I guess you can consider them the homes for bees where they, after nectaring off flowers, they come to release their sweet honey in or lay their eggs in as well. These beehive combs are seen everywhere, usually, again, like I mentioned before, high up in trees, so it's hard to tell, but unless you climb up or if they fell to the ground, right? So this is what they look like. Very nice. Usually their color's around yellow, but because this is dried up, they're a little bit darker and gray and brownish, but very cool to make patterns with when you're doing an artwork. And very cool too. There's a quick examination. Good look. Very nice. But aside from parks and forests, you can also find natural items when you go to the beach, when you go to the lake, anywhere that has sand. And some of those items you can find are seashells. Now, this is an oyster seashell. It's quite small, but it looks very beautiful. And each seashell has distinct, unique features. For example, this one has a special pointy parts on their bodies of the shells. Very careful. Be careful though, because some of them could be sharp, but they're very colorful. They're very beautiful. They come in different colors. This one happens to be a brownish white color seashell. And as a kid, I was taught that if you put the seashell close to your ears, you can hear the ocean. Try it out one time. The other seashells you can also find, like I mentioned before, they have distinct features. This is another version. This is a sea snail seashell. Very more circular, does have spiky parts on it, but has a big entryway. And this one actually has multiple colors, from brown to black to white and to pink. The highlighted part is the pink part. Very, very beautiful. If you find them, put them up against your ears and listen. Ooh. I can hear Lake Ontario. Alrighty. So those are some of the natural materials you can find in the wild for sure. And why we're talking about them, why are we looking at them? And the reason we're looking at them is because today we're also going to be talking about nature items, but also human-made items. Did you little friends, knew that Do my little friends know that apparently you can use these natural items to make human-made items? It's very cool. Ask your adults. They'll let you know on the info. So, for example, let's take the wood that we're looking at just now, okay? The wood log. Wood, if you chip it down hard enough, you can form little paper pulps. These paper pulps, when used, can create paper themselves, like this. Isn't that fun? Isn't that interesting? This came from this. That's amazing. Dude, technology, of course, but that's how most human-made products or items are made, through natural items, is using technology. Another example you could have is the wooden spoon. Again, made from wood logs. Wooden boxes where you can store all your jewelry, all your toys, all your fun stuff are also made by the same wood as well. But sometimes natural items, utilizing what nature itself, doesn't have to be technology, can form interesting items that you normally don't see. For example, a glass cup. A glass cup is formed when lightning hits the sand. That's right, the same sand you see on the beach, the same sand you see on the lakes. When lightning hits them at a certain angle, at a certain time, at a certain pressure, it forms glass. Now, it's really rare to see it happen all at once, but of course, scientists and people have tried to find ways to conduct them, and they succeeded, or else we wouldn't have these lovely, beautiful glasses today. So this is how the glass is a prime example of how human-made products are made using nature items. And another example we have here as well is a steel cake spatula. You guys know this is a serving cake knife. It's used when we cut the cake, birthday cakes and stuff, and pour it on the plates. This is made of steel that is condensed and pressurized using carbon gases and manganese gases. Through a lot of technological techniques and processes, they're able to form this from steel at a certain heated temperature. Very, very hot, but very, very cool and beautiful as well. Look at that. Alrighty. We also have strings. Strings are also made by natural items as well. Very, very nice. And we also have even the bowl, the little basket as well that holds all the natural items that I placed in, is also made from natural products that were weaved together to form a basket, as you guys can see inside. Every single one of these items are made from natural items and products. Some you can tell by the properties, by the characteristics. Others you wouldn't have known unless you've seen the technological, scientific process that goes along with it. But very cool though, and very interesting. So now that we got that out of the way, what I want you, my little ones to do, my little friends, is with your adult nearby you, either your parents, your caregivers, your grandparents, doesn't matter. We want you to go and search around your house with the help of your adults to find nature-made products, find nature items that you see in the wild. You might find pine cones, you might find flowers, leaves, fruits, bee comb hives, you might find branches as well. Look around the house, outside the house, see what you can find, collect them, and then look inside your house and see if you can find any other human-made products. I already gave you guys 2 examples, a cake spatula and a glass cup. Look around, see what you can get, and then collect it all together and bring it on your table, sort it out, figure out which one's which, and keep all the nature products with you, nature items with you, because we're gonna do a fun activity in a bit, towards the end of this live video recording. So now, moving on, we're gonna do a little book reading. And the reason I wanna do book reading, the book I decide I wanna do for you guys is Grow Happy. Because this book really tells a lot about the story of how when we're planting and farming, things grow, utilizing the food and water that we provided. But that also, even though this applies to flowers, this applies to everything, including trees as well. So let's read along and see what the story tells. Grow Happy by John Laser, Sage Force Laser. My name is Kiko. I'm a gardener. I grow happy Let me show you how. As you can see, she's going to grow the flowers. All right, Kiko, show us how do you do it. I can grow happiness by making good choices. First, I choose a spot for planting. Not here, Chico. Chico might dig up the garden. So we gotta locate the place where we want to plant our seeds and grow our flowers or our fruits. Not here. That's where my brother plays with his friends. I'll plant it here. The ground is soft and there's plenty of sun. Sunlight is very important in the growth of flowers and plants and trees. They give us energy. They give them energy as well to grow. Next, I pull the weeds, dig some holes, plant the seeds, and sprinkle the water. Ah, so that's the process. We need to give them water because it gives them nutrition. Gives them energy, gives them oxygen, everything they need to grow. Look, it's starting to grow, Kiko said. I can grow happiness by taking good care of my body and mind. I'll come back every day to water, weed, and help my garden grow. Look at that. It's very important to water our plants every single day. And her flowers are so colorful. I see a pink one, a purple, a blue, and a red flower too. Just like my garden, I need a lot of care. I need to exercise, eat lots of food, healthy food, and get plenty of rest to help me grow. That's right. Both us and flowers and plants are exactly the same when growing. My garden is beautiful, but it's not perfect. Sometimes the seeds I plant don't sprout, then leaves have spots on them. Last week, some deers ate the broccoli. Wow. Just like my garden, I have some bad times too. I pay attention to those feelings, right? It's important for us to always know how we're feeling. If we're feeling not that happy or not that well, we can always talk to our adults about it, our trusted adults, because they are our family. I can grow happiness by working through problems and looking for solutions. When I have a problem in my garden, I try my best to fix them. I can't change the weather, but if there's air gets too cold, I can cover my garden in a cozy blanket. Aw, look at that. She's keeping her plants warm. Or her garden, so I should say. If I find bugs nibbling on my plants, I find them sometimes something else to eat. Now they munch on bread crusts, not my garden. Ah, so she gave the bugs breadcrumbs so they don't nibble on her leaves and her plants. Because bugs do love vegetables a lot. When I have problems in my life, I try my best to fix them. Taking time to reflect and relax helps me think more clearly. I pay attention to my feelings and think before acting. That's right. I can grow happiness by spending time with my family and friends. When I need help with my garden, my family and friends are here for me. Look at that, she has help with her garden. It's always fun to do with people around you, especially your family and friends. When I have a bad day at school, my mom will make me a snack that I like. When I can't get down from the monkey bars, my friend gives me a hand. When I have a math problem that I can't solve, my big brother will help me. These are examples of family members and friends who help her. Can you think of moments in your life where your friends and family have helped you, little ones? Growing a garden is hard work, but look what it brings me. How do you grow happiness? I see sunflowers, I see roses, I see tulips too. She grew a lot of plants in her garden. Wow. The end. Alrighty, little one, thank you for reading along with me. And it seems that she grew a lot of sunflowers in her garden. Now, do you know what animal loves to nectar on sunflowers? It's bees. Bees. This is my friend, baby bumblebee. Bumblebees, along with the mama queen bees, love to nectar on plants. What do I mean by nectar? They go absorb the food. It's like their place to absorb sugar. And as they make sugar, they make honey through what they nectar from the flowers. From there, they carried on to the beehives. And squirt, 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 they unload their honey into the beehives, making them a honeycomb beehive. Very interesting and very yummy because with honey, we can use it to eat all sorts of food. Now, Bumblebee, do we have a song to sing today for our little ones? We do? Alrighty. So the song we're going to be singing today is called Baby Bumblebee because we see baby bumblebees all the time. And I think Kiko brought home one for her mommy. So let's sing along. I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Bzz, 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 bzz. Ow! It stung me, baby bumblebee. I'm picking up the baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm picking up the baby bumblebee. Squirt. Oh no, they shoot honey on me. There's honey everywhere. It's tasty, but there's so much honey everywhere. It's sticky. I'm shooing away the baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm shooing away the baby bumblebee. Bzz, 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 bzz. Goodbye, baby bumblebee. Whoop. And baby bumblebee returned home. Alrighty, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed the song and books so far that I've read and done and exploring properties. If you had time to go and look for your nature products and products around the house, the reason why I want you guys to do that to begin with is because we're going to now do a fun natural activity involving painting. Now, you, my little friends, know that painting, you always paint with brushes. That's cool. But what's more fun is if we use the items we found in the forest, in the woods, in the land, in the sand, to actually be our paintbrushes themselves. And what I mean by that? Well, let's take this beautiful paper, construction paper right here. What I'm gonna do by using the pine cones, we're gonna create fun, beautiful artwork on our piece of construction paper. So, this is what I'm gonna do. With my paints that I have right here, you can use watercolor or acrylic. Make sure that they're non-toxic and they're healthy for your little ones. If not, adults, please be there to watch your little ones. So, first thing, why are we going to be using these? Because they can form beautiful, beautiful patterns, like I mentioned before. So what I'm going to do is take my pine cone with my little paint. We're going to choose a little bit of mixture of colors here. Have some fun. Doesn't have to be one color at a time. You can create lots of fun stuff, just mixing and matching all together. I like to mix things. I've always done that ever since I was a little child as well, like you little ones. So now what we're going to do is automatically press against the paper itself. And then as you can see, look what we formed. Because the outer layer of the pine cone are closed up, the inner layer are also closed up too, but more tightly. That's why you can see the little dots in the middle of the circle of the pattern I created. Press them against the wall and boom, you have the bottom of a pine cone. Now, what happens if I use seashells? Well, or beehive cones actually. Let's do hive cones. They have lots of holes on them. Again, apply to my paint. Wow, 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 wow. Mix and mix and mix and mix and mix. This is also a form of cause and effect, little ones. We're gonna go ahead and put them on here. Stamp it down. And voila. We have a pine cone paint artwork on paper. Now, you can also twist them around to make a cool circle. Like this right here. Whoa, it's like a little top view of a hurricane or a tornado. Oh, it's like you're spinning like a laundry machine, a washing machine, or even a toilet when you flush it. I'm being silly, but yes, you can make lots of cool things utilizing the materials you find. Now let's try using the seashells, shall we? Ooh. I'm gonna go ahead, add some paint to it. Ooh, it's very hard to get paint on this. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's always a good thing, whether you get paint on it or not. And there we go. We have our little artwork right there. Now, I know for a lot of people, including some of you adults, might think that, you know, maybe paintbrushes are easier because you can create more stuff. But the thing is, what we want to teach our little friends, adults, parents, caregivers, is that children, their mindset is they're always open, they're always creative, they're always imaginative. What we see here may look like a circle to them, could be something that's very, very valuable to their lives, because painting is like the greatest way to help them express their emotions, right? This picture here, sure, the color may be green, but that could be what makes them happy, right? And when we utilize natural open-ended materials, they can come up with anything. There are endless possibilities, unlimited ideas, trust me. Spend some time with your little ones when you have time after this recording. Again, like I said, go out there, go out around the house, go outside the house, find those natural materials, come on in, back in the house, get a piece of paper, get some paint, and just watch what they can create. And even so, parents join in too. It'll be lots of fun, trust me. So, but besides natural items, of course, you can utilize man-made items too. And what I have here are craft sticks. Craft sticks are man-made items because they are made by natural items like, again, the tree logs. So what we can do, same thing, grab some paint as well, and I can make a design out of what we just drew. So, for example, take the circle that I made earlier with the beehive cones. I'm going to draw some lines with the stick, the craft stick, and create the sun. See, these are the rays of light, and this is the center of the sun. Sure, it's not the yellow color, but at least any one of the little ones will definitely locate it and notice it for sure and recognize it that it is the sun. But yeah, again, like I mentioned before, have some time, go look around, see what you can find, and spend your time with your little ones. They'll have a lot of great time doing this activity for sure. And I want to say thank you to everyone for checking out this live recorded video. I'm really happy to be doing this, lots of fun. Hopefully I can do this again for sure in the future to come. And yeah, announcements, gotta put that out there as well. Check our website to see the schedule, see what's upcoming in the program. Remember, every day we have the circle time, except for, circle time every single day. And we have building connections every day after circle time, except for Tuesday, where we always have family corner. Building connections, great opportunity time for all the parents to socialize, talk to each other, connect with each other. And then family corner time is the best place to ask us questions that you have regarding anything that's happening right now. Usually we'll have topics to talk about, but if we don't, bring up some topics and share it with us. We're always here to support you guys no matter what. All right. So that was Learning with Nature with Mr. Mehmet. I hope you guys really enjoyed. I can't wait to see you little ones again in the future to come. And yeah, I wish you a wonderful day and a wonderful week. All right? Bye-bye. Have a great day.